Hi everyone, I'm John Mangas, Metro Toledo John. Today is February the 15th of 2016. Welcome back to Monday Mojo. It's been a couple weeks, so pleased to be here. So I was in Florida for the last 10 days, or for a recent 10 days, and stayed in a great condo in Fort Myers Beach and walked the beach and got to Naples and up to Sanibel and did all the fun, cool stuff, right? So in the process of that, my sister Linda and her husband from suburban Chicago joined us for a couple days, and actually for most of the trip, actually, but be that as it may, what I found out is that they were looking to sell their current home in suburban Chicago and buy another one. So I tried to creep on them a little bit. Is that possible with a family member to creep on them? At any rate, I was watching what both of them were doing on their iPads and which sites they were going to and the processes and the dialogues they were having back and forth. And it was fascinating. They were on brokerage websites, they were on Zillow, they were on Realtor.com. I introduced them to HomeSnap, which they liked because HomeSnap had room sizes, by the way, but they were all over the place. What I quickly learned, though, is they already had an agent, and they weren't depending on their agent for any of that information. They were doing all of the legwork. They were doing research on getting their house staged and ready for the market. They were researching what houses were on the market, how quick they were going on and off the market. It was a really fascinating process to watch. And yet, when I look at the Swanepoel Report for 2016 that just came out, on page 56, for those of you that haven't read it yet, they talk about Mr. Swanepoel talks about zero moment of truth, and how that Google philosophy has been around for many years, ZMOT, zero moment of truth, and how in the real estate industry that zero moment of truth philosophy has changed because we're no longer, as realtors, converting people at open houses. We're no longer converting people through sending them properties through the internet or emailing them or hand delivering them, whatever the case may be, right? Really, they go on to talk about the second moment of truth, which is when consumers begin to choose their agent. And I think that's really an important distinction because we're no longer in a situation where we're selling properties first and foremost. We're almost in a situation where we're selling ourselves and our ability to interpret and deliver the information in ways that consumers can really benefit from. If you haven't read the Swanepoel Report, you need to do it. It's one of the best pieces of information about our industry out there, and we're going to talk a little more about this in the future. But my point is, be that second moment of truth, be there, be the keeper of the knowledge, be the guy or gal that helps people interpret the information that's out there. Do your best to be that resource, okay? Make it a great week.